Hello everyone, myself Navya. I have been taking classes on regulatory affairs for drugs, and I have experience 10 plus years experience in regulatory, and I have been taking these classes for past 1 year. Okay, so today what we are going to do is we are just going to understand the basic terminologies, the cycle, what is regulatory, what is a career you can find in the regulatory affairs. If you have experience in other departments, how you can come to regulatory department. So you do not have to stick to one department only. If you have some experience in the past in some other department like QC, QA, production, any of the department from pharmaceutical industry, you can straight away jump to RA. Okay, so let us start with today's topic, that is introduction, what we are going to do, or what is RA. This is just in basics, okay? The role of RA person, what is the scope and career in RA. Okay, this is just a limit. Careers and all, they are limited too, but there are vast opportunities available in the market for the regulatory affairs professionals. These are some of the few which I have listed down here. Okay, so let's begin. So what we are going to do is there will be an introduction to RA. What is the role of RA professional? Okay, and scope and career. So these topics we are going to do in this 10. So before moving on to regulatory affairs, can anyone tell me what is regulatory affairs if you know the basics? I mean, everyone knows regulatory affairs is in department, but you should have some idea. That's why you want to do this course or you want to jump into regulatory department. Anyone? Hello, you can hear me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yeah, regulatory some have authorities body like TG, Australia, USFDA.
Okay.
Like this body, controlling all these means we are working under WHO, for example.
Okay.
Body
Anything
controlling
else?
what the manufacturing and testing of the control and release of the drugs related to this much I know, madam.
Okay. Okay. Fine. You are partly right, but we'll understand what is RA. Okay. See, Regulatory Affairs Department is a department where you are whatever product you manufacture. Okay, a pharmaceutical industry is manufacturing any product. That product has to be registered or sold to in some or the other region of the world. Okay, it may be your UK, it may be Europe, it may be US, it may be any raw market. There, these products has to be sold, or even in India. Okay, so to sell or to register the product, to get a permission to sell these products into these markets, we need to know some guidelines. Okay, so the regulatory person is the one who is going to regulate or register your product in these particular markets by knowing himself firmly about the guidelines. So he should know what are the guidelines in order to register his product into this particular region. Okay, so it in advance. So what happens is it forms a link between a pharmaceutical industry and the regulatory authority. Each region, for example, if I take UK, UK has an authority that is MHRA. I just hope that you all know about Brexit, that UK has been separated from Europe, hence the authorities are changed now. So UK as working as an independent authority is MHRA. Okay, so if we want to sell a product in UK, then we need to take permission from MHRA. So as a regulatory person, I should know what are the regulatory guidelines in order to register my product into UK. Okay, and MHRA is the one who is going to allow me or provide me a grant to sell my product into that particular region. So this is a basic thing that we are the person who are forming a link between a pharmaceutical industry and a regulatory authority. We are the middleman who should know, who should be firm about the guidelines which are required to register a product into that particular market. Okay, so that is the role which is played by regulatory affairs. So this is just an oral introduction. So we'll go theoretically. So regulatory affairs is a link between a pharmaceutical company and a regulatory authority. As I've explained you just now, RA is responsible for registration of product. It is responsible for knowing the requirements for obtaining the product approval, and it is involved in every stage of development, new medicine, and post-marketing activities of approved medicinal product. Thus, it has two parts: new submission dossier for registration of the product in the market, and once approved, the post-submission maintenance of the drug product. So I will explain to you these points, okay? So as I just now told you that regulatory affairs forms a link between pharmaceutical company and a regulatory authority in order to get a grant to sell a product into a market. Okay, so we are the middle people. Now, second point is RA is also responsible for registration of products. So obviously we are responsible for registration of product, and we should know all the guidelines in order to get the approval in that particular region. So right from the origin of a molecule till the withdrawal of the product from the market, we play an important role. Okay, so at the R&D level and at the QC level, okay, we have to balance both the things. Right from one molecule which is invented, okay, just a molecule, a drug substance. Right from there, our role starts and ends when the product is withdrawn from the market. So the entire life cycle we are required. So it is basically divided into two parts. One is when your new moiety or a new drug substance which is invented, okay, the dossier of that entire product when it is formed, there we play a role. And secondly, when it become commercialized, once the commercialization is done, once the registration of product is done, whatever change is taking place for that particular product, we are responsible for doing post-submission activity, which will include your variations, your renewals, and other things. Okay. So at the R&D level, we submit the new submission, and at the QC level, we submit the post-marketing requirements. That is, whatever happens once you get a grant for that particular product to sell the product in the market. After that, whatever changes takes place, we are responsible for filing the variations and other post-approval activities. So this is what is regulatory affairs in short. Now we have different authorities. We have MHRA for UK, we have Infam for uh, Portugal, we have Anvisa, we have USFDA, we have TGA for Australia, we have Health Canada. There are many health authorities. So as just now you said, these are the different authorities, and there are many more authorities which we will be doing during the course. So these are the authorities which are responsible for granting the permission to sell a product in these particular regions. Okay. Now, as we know about authorities, we will move on to types of applications. Okay. So now, as a general, there are different types of application. That is INDA, NDA, ANDA, and ME. Okay, INDA is investigational new drug application. NDA is new drug application. ANDA is abbreviated new drug application, and MAA is marketing authorization. So INDA, NDA, ANDA is requirement of US FDA. Okay. Then your Japanese market, all these INDA, NDA, ANDA required, and MA is required in Europe. Okay, so these are different types of applications. Now, some terms about RA. Dossier. Okay, we generally say as a RA person, we do not say like, okay, this product file is there or something like that. The terminology which is used for a dossier, for an entire file, we would say, of that particular product. Everything, it includes your right from clinical trials, your non-clinical trials, your quality, entire thing, specification, analytical, the manufacturing process, entire CTD section, everything, the entire life of a particular product is stored in that file, and that file is what we call it as, in RA terms, as dossier. Okay. Then modules. Now, modules, eCTD. eCTD has different modules: module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4, module 5. There are 5 modules which are there in eCTD. eCTD, what is eCTD? eCTD is a format in which we prepare the dossier. Okay, there is a format which is called as eCTD. In that format, we have to prepare a dossier in order to submit it to the authority. Now, variations, once you get a grant to sell a product into a market, after that, whatever changes takes place, those changes are termed as variations. Renewals. After you get your license, after 5 years, you have to renew your license. So those are called as renewals. Then there are different softwares which are used in RA, like Viva Vault, we have Adam, we have GI, Insight for viewing. Okay, we have eCTD Manager, we have Lawrence Validator. There are many such softwares which are used in RA. Okay. Then divisions of RA. We have two divisions. One is new submission, other one is post-approval activities. So basically at R&D level, we gather the data when a new moiety is formed. We gather different types of data such as clinical data, non-clinical data, everything, all the quality modules which we get during the R&D level, that is falling under new submission. And after that, whatever life cycle management happens, after whatever, once you get a registration, whatever changes which takes place will go under post-approval activities. Okay, that will be related to your QC part, you can say. Now, why RA is required? Now, if RA was not there, we won't be able to, first of all, if RA is not there, then we are not able to register a product into a market. We won't be able to sell a product into a market, correct? But the most and the foremost important reason for RA to be there is the protection and safety of human health. If RA was not there, we wouldn't have got a good quality of product which would protect and safeguard the life of human being. Okay, so that is why RA is required to ensure that the quality, safety, and efficacy of a drug product is made. A good drug product is manufactured. Okay, we are ensuring that based on the guideline, yes, this particular product is having this quality, safety, and efficacy. Obtain the regulatory requirements for registration of drug product in the market. Okay. Any regulatory requirements is there? If I want to register a particular product in any market, what are the requirements that I should know? So these are the different things. That is why RA is required. Drug development and commercialization. This is another reason. Okay. So far, any queries? Anything you want to ask me? If you're not clear, this is just an introduction. We'll go in detail during the course. Okay, so I want, if you have any questions, you can just let me know if you're understanding what I'm saying. If you're not understanding, then please ask me questions. Okay. So I just hope so far everything is clear, and we'll move on to the next. So role as a RA professional. So as in the picture, you can see that RA is linked or inside at the center with all the other departments related to it. All these departments are related to regulatory affairs. R&D, clinical, analytical, regulatory agency, business development, marketing and sales as well, QC, QA compliance, manufacturing sites, project portfolios, management, finance, legal, HR, logistic, everybody is linked to RA in some or the other manner. Okay, so RA is not a single department, but it is linked with all the other departments. So it plays a very important role. On what issues does the RA department provide assistance? Okay, what are the different assistance how does we help the pharmaceutical industry? These are the different things. That is, we help in licensing, we help in registration, development, manufacturing. We provide quality guidance. We help in pricing, marketing, pharmacovigilance. All these things, we provide assistance to these departments. Okay. So it depends on which role you are placed on. So that is how you will be linked with this department. Roles and responsibilities of RA professionals. We have to keep in touch with international legislation, guideline, and customer practices. Ensure that the company's product comply with current regulations. RA professional job is to keep track of ever-changing legislation and all the regions in which the company wishes to distribute its product. Okay, so we should be updated with different guidelines which are required to register a product in a particular region. So this is our job. Then formulate regulatory strategies for all the appropriate regulatory submissions for domestic, international, and contract projects. Okay. See, we should know what is our strategy, how we are going to submit the product, which regulation is required for which particular region. Okay, so those strategies which are required to file a variation also and to profit your organization, we should formulate the different regulatory strategies. Coordinate, prepare, review all the appropriate documents, for example, the dossier, and to submit them to regulatory authority within specified time frame in coordination with the organization. Okay, so you should be communicating with your organization and with the authority, and as per the guideline, you should file the dossier. Maintain approved applications and the record of registration fees paid against submission of DMF and other documents. Respond to queries as they arise and ensure that the registration is done properly. Whatever queries we get during the this submitting the variations or new submissions, we should be able to reply to authority. Okay, so far introduction of RA. What are the different terms used? What are the different applications? Okay. So this was just an introduction to RA. I mean, just few terms to be known. Yeah, about career changes, future success, opportunities. There are vast opportunities in the market. I have just listed down few. You can, there are really, the people need RA professionals in the market right now. They are in demand because there is a deficiency of RA professionals in the market. So yes, you can try once you complete this course, or if you have already completed your master's, or if you have experience in other department, you can jump to RA. Okay, qualification which is required is MPharm, BPharm, MSc, BSc. Okay, so these are the qualifications. Along with that, you should have a good communication. Okay, so you should have a good project management skills, analytical skills, negotiation, communication, because in this role, you should be able to communicate with the authority. Okay, so we are in direct contact with authority. We do communicate with the authority. Even you have to call them. You should be able to speak with them. You should have a good communication skills. You should be able to prove yourself, okay, that you are right as per the guidelines and everything, and you should be able to speak with them in a good manner. So all these qualities, your scientific knowledge plus your management plus your skills will combine you and make you a good RA professional. Okay. It's not only qualification which is required. You should have a good communication skills because you are directly in contact with the authority. At some time you have to speak with them, speak with those people. They have teams meeting, uh, many more things are going on, so you should have that confidence to speak with them. So the communication skills are very, very important in this department, along with your scientific background and management skills. Okay, designations you can get, this is just I have listed, there are many more. Starting, if you go, they'll take you as an officer or a trainee. Then your post goes on increasing as an executive, as senior executive, assistant manager, manager, senior manager, director, and then it goes on and on. Okay, so some companies take you as a trainee, in the as if you are a fresher, or some companies might take you as an officer as well. So some companies have a system of RA associate 1, 2, 3 like that. So it depends how on the company, okay, how they employ you. Now, this is general salary. Please don't mark my words, because B farm, M farm, this is just, I've just listed it down. You might get double the amount or triple the amount, depends on the company. Okay, this is just a basic I've written. So it depends on the company to company. If you have a multinational company under which you are working, they might pay you more, double, triple times than this. Once you get an experience in RA, you are ready to fly. Okay, so you can demand for the money. Right now, that is the situation. So yes, government jobs for RA professionals are also available in local FDA. Okay, even in international FDAs as well. So government jobs are available in different health authorities offices. CDSCO, there are MHRAs, US FDA. Okay. So as a pharmacist, you can join in the local FDA, or you can join as an FDA inspector. Okay. Then it goes on director and other things. So you do have an opportunity in government jobs. Then the best opportunity would be a job in abroad. Okay, we have lot of scope in abroad with a suitable experience and having a sound knowledge of these guidelines. You can work for UK, US, Europe, Gulf countries with a good salary package. That is another option. So yes, um, this was just an introduction. If you have any queries for me, then just go ahead. I'm ready to answer you all. If you want to know something about the course, what we are going to complete, uh, let me tell you, it is a basic course, okay, where we are going to study if I am a fresher, how I'm going to understand the basics. If I'm employed in a company, what or from a say I am from a QC department and I'm employed in a RA department. So how am I going to deal once you enter? You should not be blank. You should know something. You should know some terms. You should know some software. So I do conduct the class, one class for the most important software, that is Viva Vault. Okay, so there we have presentations, some few videos where I explain to you how does that software works. Okay, so that is there. Along with that, we do method of registration in different regions, and how to file the dossier. Okay, some sections, some INDA, NDA that I will explain to you. Intellectual property rights, patents. If you have seen the brochure, all those topics will be covered. Okay, any questions? Which anything you want to know from me, or during the course, what I'm going to complete, anything, then go ahead, please. Yes, Shiv Kumar, you have any question?
No, madam, please proceed. Will
Yeah, I'm waiting for the questions from yours.
Yeah, nothing, ma'am. I have one doubt, madam.
Yeah.
Whether actually currently I'm working in quality control department, madam.
Yes, yes.
Last 10 years.
How
Just
many
I want
years?
from last 10 years, madam.
Okay. Okay.
Just I want to just I'm looking for means like RA related some job terminology or like this, madam,
Okay.
regarding.
Yeah,
So whether
it is. Yeah,
whether
go
this
ahead.
experience consider in RA, madam.
Yes, of course. Your QC experience is much more important, because when we file our dossiers, no, we should have the technical knowledge of filing all the specifications, analytical procedures. We have a CTD section, entire CTD sections where documents are required. Okay, and you should have a technical knowledge about these documents. Along with that, if even if you have a production experience, that would be also suitable for a RA department. Because if you have a technical knowledge, like from QC production, okay, so that is helpful in RA. So most of the times they prefer people from other departments if, because these documents are required to be reviewed thoroughly. If you do not have any technical knowledge, it is not possible to review those documents. See, ultimately, you're going to submit it to the authority, and it should be reviewed by a technical person only. So, yeah, you have a good chance to jump into RA if you get a chance.
Okay, madam. Thank you.
Yeah, welcome. Anybody else?
Good evening.
Good evening.
Ma'am, I'm
Yes.
M Farm in pharmaceutics.
Okay.
And a fresher.
Okay.
I have no experience in production, quality control, quality assurance. Is RA is a good choice for me, or should I go for quality assurance course you are offering?
Okay, you have done M.Pharm. In which subject you said?
Pharmaceutics.
Specialization. Pharmaceutics. Okay, okay. Okay. You have a good option as a RA. Okay, if you if you are really interested in knowing how the different how the RA is working. Okay, here the difference between RA and other department, I'll tell you. See, RA, QA, QC, production, everywhere we have to follow SOPs. Okay. Whatever is written, we have to follow them. But in case of RA, it is not so. If we want to file a variation, we do not have a written procedure somewhere. Okay. And we should stick to that procedure. Even if you have an internal SOP to file a particular variation, okay, we don't call it as SOP, we call it as work instructions. Okay. We do not have a standard SOP, that standard operating procedure you have to follow. It depends on work instructions, whatever is given to you, and your brain that you have to how you're going to apply your strategies. So it all depends on your capabilities. It is not a rule that you have to fix to your SOPs. Okay, so that is a difference where other department has to follow some kind of SOPs and they have to do it that way only. If it is not there in the SOP, you're not going to do it. But in RA, if you want to improve or benefit your organization and you have to use certain kind of strategy, you can use it through your capabilities, not through an SOP. Okay, so that is a difference. We do not have a standard operating procedure to be followed to follow a strategy, any strategy which you want to prepare. So here, if you really want to, explore something new, you can apply into regulatory affairs. It's a very challenging and enthusiastic department, I would say, because here your capabilities are tested. Here your actual how you're going to apply your strategies, how you're going to use your brains, how you're going to uh, have benefit your department or your organization by applying certain kind of strategy which you cannot do in other department you have to follow whatever is written in the SOP. So here, if you're really interested how the registration of product works, it is not a theoretical, whatever we during the academics, whatever we study, it is not the one which we study during academics. It is completely different here. So here you have to apply your knowledge. It is a combination of your knowledge, scientific knowledge, your academics, and how capable you are to, strategize something or management, you can say. So this is a difference between RA and other departments. So if you are really keen to know what is actually going on, how you can register a product into a market, how you can communicate with the authority, then you should definitely go for RA.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, anybody else has any doubt? Anything regarding the course or Anything which you would like me to tell you? You can please go ahead.
One doubt, madam.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, can we apply directly for RA from based on this experience?
That, yeah, you can apply for it. There is no problem. You can apply.
Okay. So whether they will consider as a fresher or based on this plus this experience they will calculate. Because
That
the most,
depends on the company.
yeah,
Okay,
okay.
you have 10 years experience. Some companies might count your experience, some companies might not. That depends on your company. Okay, which company you're applying. Because some companies might consider, it depends on your interview also. Okay, so when you are giving your interview, that time what technical knowledge you have based on your QC knowledge and what you know about RE. So based on that also they can choose you. Okay, it depends on you also how capable you are to answer the interview. Okay,
Okay, ma'am.
so we will during the class we will also take last class will be of your mock interview, so that will be also taken during the course. So it is there. Okay, it depends on you also. Some depends on the interviewer that what he wants to consider. Sometimes they take freshers, sometimes they take internal person from QC production as well. And if you have an additional knowledge of RA, you have a course certificate course, then they might prefer you first.
Okay, ma'am.
You can try giving interviews.
Yeah,
Companies will definitely take you. Don't worry about that.
okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Anybody else? If you have any doubt before joining the course, please let me know so that I can clear it now, right now. Regarding fees and other things, you can ask Payal. She is there to assist you. Anything else you want to know for the course? Yes, if you want to know something more from my side, you can let me know if you have any query. Okay, I hope everybody's understood the thing. So, yeah, can we end the session if it is okay? If and nobody has any questions. Payal, hello, Payal, are you there? Payal, yes. Okay, if you are enrolling in the course, we will be starting with the batch from I think, yeah, next Saturday, 8th.
Yes, ma'am. Hello.
Yeah, Payal, I'm done with the demo. I think we will,
Yes.
if these people are enrolling, then we can start the class on 8th, next Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just
Yeah.
let me know about it. And I don't think so. They have understood everything. I don't think they have any queries. So we can end this session now. Okay.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice weekend to you all.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.